Hi students, welcome to 45th session. In this session we will see the next concept of algebra. So coming to the next concept, we have the arithmetic operations on algebraic terms. Okay, so in those arithmetic operations, coming to the addition. Okay, first I will give arithmetic operations, the main heading. Arithmetic operations. In this, the first one is addition. Okay. So, what are the conditions in addition of algebraic terms? And is there any connection between the addition and subtraction? Let us see now. See, addition of algebraic expressions and subtraction of algebraic expressions. These two depend on the like terms. Understood? So the compulsory we need to have the like terms to add or to subtract. For example, x is there and y is there. Can we add both of them? X plus y, is there any other quantity? No, x plus y is x plus y only. There is no change in the expression. There is no change in its value, isn't it? And x minus y is there. Can we do anything? We can't do anything there. We will keep it as it is, isn't it? Suppose x plus 5x is there. X plus 5x is there. So can we do anything? Yes, we can do. X plus 5x will give 6x. So here we can able to add those terms. What are those terms? X, 5x. Those two if we add, then we will get 6x. Isn't it? So in the same manner, suppose 10y is there, minus 3y is there. 10y minus 3y gives 7y. Isn't it? So the addition or subtraction both depend on the like terms. Compulsory we have to know the like terms, then only we can able to add or we can subtract them. Okay. So now let us see what are the conditions or what are the rules in addition and subtraction. So all of you note down addition. In this first point, the sum of several like terms is the sum of several like terms. The sum of several like terms is a like term whose numerical coefficient is a like term whose numerical coefficient is the sum of the numerical coefficients of the given like terms. The sum of the numerical coefficients, sum of the numerical coefficients of the given terms. Okay. So what is the condition? The sum of several like terms is a like term whose numerical coefficient is the sum of the numerical coefficients of the given terms. Okay. So what is the rule exactly? For example, you take one example. 6x plus 8x is there. Is it the sum of like terms? Yes. So the sum of several like terms is a like term. It should be a like term. The answer also should be a like term whose numerical coefficient is the sum of the numerical coefficients of the given terms. So 6x plus 8x is nothing but 6 plus 8x. Understood? What should we do here? To add two like terms, we should add their numerical coefficients. Understood? So 6 and 8 we have to add, then we will get 14. 14x will be the answer for that. What's the answer? 14x. In a same manner, suppose three terms are there, like 3x plus 2x minus 7x is there. In this, what should we do? We have to consider the numerical coefficients and the variable will be as it is, isn't it? So 3 plus 2 minus 7x, that's the thing we have to do. Sum of the several like terms is a like term whose numerical coefficient is the sum of the numerical coefficients of the given terms. So the given terms are 3x, 2x minus 7x. In those terms, the numerical coefficients are 3, 2 and minus 7. Those three are added here. So 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 minus 7 is minus 2. So minus 2x is the sum of these all like terms. Understood? So observe the definition again. The sum of several like terms is a like term whose numerical coefficient is the sum of the numerical coefficients of the given terms, isn't it? So in this, the examples we have seen 6x plus 8x, the sum of these two terms is nothing but sum of the numerical coefficients along with the same variable x. Understood? So the given terms and the answer also, all those things should be like terms. Understood? So here one point I have to mention. In addition and subtraction, integers play a vital role, an important role. That's why better revise the integers once again. In those particularly arithmetic operations, you have to revise how to add the integers and how to subtract, how to multiply, how to divide. These four things compulsory you have to revise to understand the addition, subtraction, multiplication, division of algebraic terms or algebraic expressions. Understood? So here you can observe 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 minus 7. 5 minus 7. Generally we know 7 minus 5 is 2. But what about 5 minus 7? It is minus 2 because 7 is the greater numerical value than 5. That's why its symbol minus will be taken as the answer, isn't it? That's the rule in the addition of integers or subtraction of integers, isn't it? So now let us see one more point in this. In addition only, second point I am going to give you now. Here we added the like terms, means simple monomials are given. Those monomials we have added here. Instead of monomials, suppose they have given expressions. Algebraic expressions are given. How to add? Here we have a point about them. To add the given algebraic expressions, there are two methods. How many methods are there? Two methods are there to add the given algebraic expressions. They are, one is horizontal method, and the second one is vertical method. Horizontal method and the vertical method. So horizontal means like this, vertical means like this. Okay. So how many ways are there to add the algebraic expressions? Two ways are there. One is horizontal method, another is a vertical method. Now let us see horizontal method. This horizontal method example we will see directly. So put the next side heading horizontal method. Horizontal method. Okay. In this method, how to add the expressions? So let us take two algebraic expressions and add them. 5x square minus 3x plus 10. This is one algebraic expression. This should be added to one more algebraic expression, minus 3x square plus 11 minus 5x. Minus 3x square plus 11 minus 5x. These are two algebraic expressions. In the horizontal method, we will write the given expressions first of all. 5x square minus 3x plus 10. This is the given first expression. Next, minus 3x square plus 11 minus 5x. This is the second expression. We have to add these two. That's why I am putting plus in between them. Since these are the expressions, better maintain brackets for them. Okay. So now let us remove those brackets. In front of the first expression, I don't have any minus symbol. That's why there is no change in the symbols of algebraic expression. So 5x square minus 3x plus 10. Here plus into minus, minus 3x square plus into plus, plus 11 plus into minus, minus 5x. Okay. So now there is no change in the symbols of second expression. They are as it is I have written. Since before this number in front of the second expression, we have only plus symbol. We don't have minus. If minus comes, the symbols will change. Here plus we got, that's why there is no change in the symbols. Right? Now I am going to write the like terms together. 5x square minus 3x square. These two are the like terms. So let us write those two terms together. Next, minus 3x and minus 5x. These two are also like terms. Next, remaining 10 and 11. These two are the constants. Isn't it? 10 is a constant, 11 is also constant. So x square terms, x terms and constants I have written in this manner. Now 5x square minus 3x square I have to do. So 5x square minus 3x square. To do that we have to do 5 minus 3. That's it. X square we will write after getting the answer. That's the thing we have to do here. So 5 minus 3 gives 2. Isn't it? So 2x square. 5x square minus 3x square is 2x square. Next, minus 3x minus 5x. Both are negative symbols. If two numbers have same symbols, then we have to add them and put that respective symbol. So here minus 3 minus 5. Then they will become minus 8x plus 10 plus 11. Both are plus only. So if you add them, then we will get 21. Isn't it? So this is the horizontal method of adding two algebraic expressions. Very, very easy concept. The addition of like terms or the addition of algebraic expressions, both are easy. Okay. Now let us go to the vertical method. What is that? Vertical method. Vertical method. Okay. So in this method also I am going to take the same expressions, how to add them in a column manner. Column means vertical manner, right? So first I will write the given expression, and one more thing here I have to say, that is the given expressions. In the given expressions, the first expression should be written in the standard form. The standard form in the previous sessions we have seen, writing the terms with the decreasing degree of the variables. Okay, so in the expression the variables are present. For those variables there are powers. Those powers should be in the decreasing order. If the powers of variables are arranged in the decreasing degree of order, then that type of expression is called the standard form. Understood? So that's why here first expression is 5x square minus 3x plus 10. It is looking the standard form only. That's why as it is, whatever it is given, I have written here 5x square minus 3x plus 10. Now the second expression we have to write. So we have to write the second expression in such a way that the like terms should come in the same column. That's the condition. This is very, very important point. Remember, listen again. After writing the first expression, to write the second expression, the like terms should come in the same column. Understood? So here in the first expression, what is the first term? 5x square. So x square term in the second expression should be written first. So where is the x square term? In first only. That's why as it is minus 3x square I have written. So after this what is there? Minus 3x means x term, the term containing x we have to write next. But in this, what is given second term? Constant is given. So even though if constant is given, we have to go to the next step, next term. What is the next term? Minus 5x. Yes, in the second expression, x containing term also there. That's why this minus 5x I am writing here. Next, what is the remaining? 11. Here 10 is a constant, 11 is a constant. Those two are written in the same column. Now once observe, x square came in the same column, x came, 10, 11 constants came in the same column, right? So now I am going to add these. While adding them, generally we will draw the lines like this, isn't it? Now 5x square minus 3x square means 5 minus 3 we have to do. So 5 minus 3 is 2x square as it is. We don't subtract x square minus x square 0 like that, don't think please. The sum of the like terms is the sum of the numerical coefficients with the same literal factor, and some difference of the like terms. This is 5x square, this is minus 3x square, means that is the difference. 5 minus 3 means difference we are doing there, subtraction we are doing there. That's why while subtracting also we will take the subtraction of the numerical coefficients, not the variables. Understood? So in addition and subtraction, our main intention and our main concentration should be in the numerical coefficients. Understood? So here, after writing the like terms in the same column, I have subtracted 3 from 5. So 5 minus 3, I got 2. And in the second term, minus 3x minus 5x. So minus 3 minus 5. Both should be added. That's why minus 3 minus 5 gives minus 8x. Clear? Now 10 plus 11 gives 21. See, in the previous method also we got the same answer. 2x square minus 8x plus 21. Isn't it? Okay. So now let us go to the subtraction of algebraic expressions. Okay, first we will see the rule, like terms subtraction we will see, then after we will see the methods, same horizontal method, vertical method, those methods only will come in subtraction also. Let us see. Number 2, subtraction. So in subtraction of algebraic expressions or subtraction of like terms also contains the same condition, like terms. Compulsorily we need to have the like terms. Okay. So what is the rule here? Change the sign of term to be subtracted. First point. Change the sign of term. Change the sign of term to be subtracted. Change the sign of term to be subtracted and add the new monomial to the one from which subtraction is to be made. From which subtraction is to be made. What he is saying, something differently he is saying, isn't it? Change the sign of term to be subtracted and add the new monomial to the one from which subtraction is to be made. Okay. So let us see one example. Then you can understand. Subtract 6x from 3x he gave, suppose. Subtract 6x from 3x. So from 3x we have to subtract 6x. So which symbol we have to change? Change the sign of term to be subtracted. What should be subtracted? 6x should be subtracted. What is the sign of 6x? Plus. It is a positive number. So to subtract, we have to change this symbol. Then it becomes minus, isn't it? So 3x from this 6x we are subtracting. Actually 6x is positive. I am changing that into minus. Now this minus 6 we have to consider. Actually it is given plus. 3 is plus, 6 is plus. This plus 6 we are changing as minus 6 and need to be added. right? So in the addition of these two like terms, here plus 3x is there. Now this is minus 6x. One is plus, another is minus. If in this case we have to do subtraction and put the greater numerical value symbol. So in 3 and 6, what is the greatest numerical value? 6. So what is its symbol? Minus. So 6 and 3 difference is 3, and since it is 6 is negative, the answer is also negative, minus 3x. This is the thing we have to do. Actually 3x, 6x are given. Okay, 3x, 6x are given. 6x symbol is plus, it is changed into minus. Next plus 3x minus 6x are simplified. Then we got minus 3x, because 3 minus 6 gives minus 3. So it is purely based on the integers, isn't it? So subtraction also based on the integers only. Now, like addition, in subtraction also we have two methods. What are they? Vertical method and horizontal method. So let us see the second point in this. In the subtraction of algebraic expressions, in the subtraction of algebraic expressions, there are two methods. There are two methods. So what are they? They are, number one, horizontal method. Same words will come. Horizontal method. And number two, vertical method. Vertical method. Okay. So horizontal method and vertical methods we are using to add or to subtract the algebraic expressions also. In addition also we used the same methods. Now in subtraction also we are going to use the same method. Now let us see horizontal method. Okay. Horizontal method in subtraction this is. In addition also we got the same, isn't it? So horizontal method subtraction I am doing. Horizontal method. So to understand this method directly I am going to take the example problem. Subtract 2x plus 3y minus 6z from 5x minus y minus 2z. Subtract 2x plus 3y minus 6z from 5x minus y minus 2z. So we should subtract the first expression from the second expression. So second expression should come first, isn't it? So in the horizontal method, 5x minus y minus 2z, this should be written first. From this we have to subtract 2x plus 3y minus 6z. This is to be subtracted. This is the meaning. So generally what the mistake done by generally the students will do this mistake only here. Generally they will take the first expression minus second expression. But that is wrong. Second expression minus first expression we have to do. Why? Because he is asking subtract the first expression from second expression. That's why. Okay, so from the second expression I am subtracting first expression, right? So now here first expression we will write as it is, and in front of the second expression we have minus symbol. That's why sign of the terms will change here. So minus into plus 2x becomes minus 2x. Minus into plus is minus 3y. Minus into minus is plus 6z. Now see, actually plus 2x plus 3y minus 6z inside the bracket. If we remove the bracket, minus 2x minus 3y plus 6z it has become. That's why in front of a bracket, if we have minus symbol, then the terms symbols will change. Okay. Now let us write the like terms together. 5x minus 2x minus y minus 3y minus 2z plus 6z. Now let us simplify. 5x minus 2x means 5 minus 2, that is 3. 3x will come. Minus y minus 3y. See, minus y means minus 1y. Understood? So minus 1y minus 3y becomes minus 4y. Next, minus 2z plus 6z. Minus 2 plus 6 is 4. So plus 4z. See this. First, we have written the expressions with the brackets, and in between them we kept minus symbol, and next we removed those brackets. In that process we changed the symbols of second expression, and after that we have written the like terms together and simplified. We got 3x minus 4y plus 4z. So if the same expressions are taken and I am going to use the vertical method, the same answer should come. Okay. So vertical method I am going to give now. The question is same, but the process is different. Okay. So second expression, as usual, we will write first 5x minus y minus 2z. And first expression we will write next. While writing the second expression, we should write the like terms in the same column. That's why first 2x I am writing, next y plus 3y I am writing, next z term, that is minus 6 I am writing, 6z. Now we have to subtract. So in the column method, while subtracting, we should change the symbols and write them in the brackets. So here actually 2x is positive, but its symbol should be changed. That's why minus I am putting in a bracket. Next, 3y is a positive. I am changing its symbol so that it becomes minus. Here 6z also is negative. Here we have to change, so it becomes plus. So this is the first thing that we have to do. As it is expression, we will write first. After that, we will change the symbols of the terms. So after changing the symbols, those new symbols should be considered. Now plus 5x minus 2x becomes 3x. Minus 1y minus 3y becomes minus 4y. Minus 2z plus 6z. Minus 2 plus 6 plus 4z. That's it. So this is the way of subtracting one algebraic expression from the other algebraic expression in the vertical method. So in the horizontal method or in the vertical method, whatever the method may be, the answer is same in both the methods. Understood? So with this, the addition and subtraction of like terms and also algebraic expressions we have discussed. These notes you have to enter in your classwork, and see once or twice till you understand the concept. And if you want to see this video again, better see again and again what are the conditions we have taken here to add or to subtract the algebraic expressions, right? So we will meet in the next session with the problems based on the addition and subtraction of algebraic expressions. Thank you for the session. Have a nice day.